Oh my gosh. Look what is here. I am back, and with less than a week to go in the month of March, BattlBox has finally showed up. And we have a beautiful, wonderful day to unbox it outside, which is lovely. One of the last days we're going to see old Stumpy here. It's time to replace him. Yeah, it's sad. But anyway, we'll get a nice new stump. So, this is so late that I don't know. I don't even want to talk about anything else. So we're gonna get right into this today for the unboxing today. You guys remember this? The native. God, can't even speak. So excited it's here. I can't even speak. The Manix 2 in Maximet steel. Love this knife. Took it to the shop. Made it multicam because I could. I felt like it, and then gave it a nice Cerakote top coat there just to protect it all. Pretty sweet. Huh? I love this knife though. Still in my EDC lineup ever since JT from JT's Knife Life, who you will be hearing a lot more of with a new video coming out on the channel. Just hit 5,000 subs. You should check out his channel if you haven't seen it. But anyway, great knife, great hard use steel, even though this is not a real hard use knife, but awesome. You can find the Manix 2 in Maximet on my Amazon influencer page under not only reviewed knives, but on DocP's favorite folders, because it's an awesome knife. I mean, if you want a blade that you can just go through the works with and not have to worry about sharpening very often, this is a great knife. So anyway, let's see what we've got. Finally, from BattlBox. Oh, so disappointing when you wait an extra 2.5, 3 weeks and the first thing you see is like a freaking first aid kit you could get at Walmart. Jeez. What the hell? Like, seriously, like, what the hell? Okay. You know what? But okay. Let's go through the rest, because I see some cool stuff in here. I see some cool stuff. Not everything has to be great, but seriously. This is... Alright, let's do this. Okay, so back to basics. That's the, they don't have a theme anymore. There's no theme, but there's the theme. Anyway, mission 49. So, okay. Gotta get my shit together and do this. Alright, so, BattlBox. There's 4 levels to BattlBox. If you don't already know this, you know, if you do know this, here's the time code to skip my explanation for BattlBox. Now, I will also say that if you like BattlBox, and I always say this, I'm not trying to sell you BattlBox, but if you do like BattlBox and you want to think about subscribing, I have a referral link in the video description. It'll save you like $10, I think, on your first box if you use that link, and then I'll get BattlBox referral credit or something that we can use to get cool stuff for the channel later. So, but again, not trying to sell you BattlBox, only if you were thinking about doing it anyway. But so there's 4 different levels in BattlBox. So the basic, advanced, all the way through Pro Plus. Now the difference between the Pro and the Pro Plus, the only difference is Pro Plus comes with a knife of the month, and that's why I subscribe to the Pro Plus. So my cost for Pro Plus is about $150 a month, like $149.99. When you get the Pro Plus, you get everything else that comes in every other level. And so when you get one level, you get that and everything that comes before it. So if you get the basic, that's what you get. If you get the advanced, you get that. You get the Pro, and the Pro Plus, you get everything there. Everything they list here, MSRP values only. So there's a good chance you might find this stuff for less if you look around. This is just the MSRP values of all that stuff. So we're going to go through this. We're going to go through everything starting in the basic box all the way down to the knife of the month, and we're going to put it in our 3 piles and decide how we feel about it. There's also in the box today a 10% off Zippo hand warmer. We've got this in, I can't remember what other box we got this in, but it really works well. I used it over the winter, so that's cool. Alright, so the first thing we're going to look at is the Be Smart Get Prepared First Aid Kit with an MSRP of $24.99, and that's this first aid kit right here. So I'm going to give you a slow scroll. You can stop this if you want to see it. Alright, Now, let's see. Well, we got a zip tie holding it together, so that's good. At least nobody's messed with this first aid kit. So, pouch seems to be padded. You know what? I made a mistake before I put everything. I need to clear some ground. Take a look at this stuff. Alright, so let's take a look at this first aid kit right here. You guys know how seriously I take my medical supplies and first aid stuff. So we've got Q-tips, which, you know, honestly in a first aid kit, I guess unless you're using it to put ointment on something, great, and there's not a lot of reasons to put ointment on stuff. With a first aid kit anyway, you never want to put any ointment on any kind of open wound at all. And let's see, what do we have? You got all these little pads full of like antiseptic stuff, alcohol, sting relief. So I mean, these are cool. I mean, nice to have, good to have. Jeez. I've been playing Far Cry New Dawn lately. I hear that plane up there and I'm looking around for an airdrop. Let's see. What do we have here? Little Band-Aids, lip balm, aspirin, non-aspirin. So it is acetaminophen, the same stuff. That's Tylenol. Little tiny moleskin. I personally have a whole moleskin blister shape. You know, it's moleskin in different shapes. 4 different blisters and stuff I keep in just about every pack I have. And it's from Walmart, and it's like $4, and it's a lifesaver. More lip balm, more Motrin. God, I can't speak today. More Tylenol. Motrin is ibuprofen. Medilite, so this right here, this is an electrolyte tablet. This is going to turn your water into a Gatorade type solution. And that's actual aspirin. Poison ivy, oak, and sumac cleansing towelette. Alright. Sunscreen lotion, burn cream, antibiotic ointment, minor scrapes, cuts, and burns. Minor, so let's talk about this. I just said you never put any kind of antibiotic on an open wound. So minor cuts, scrapes, and burns, that's not what we consider an open wound. So when they say minor, a little skin scrape, something like that, sure, you put antibiotic ointment on. Me personally, if I was back on the ambulance, if I was still a medic, if I was still working in the ER, I would put this. If I was putting a Band-Aid on it, I would put a little bit, just a little tiny bit. You don't need to like slather the person in this, because this attracts dirt and dust and everything else. It sticks to it. I put just a little tiny bit on the dressing part of the Band-Aid maybe, or I would put just a little tiny bit of dressing that's going on a wound. I would not want to, like, again, I wouldn't want to slather this on an actual wound, but you want to be careful, because this stuff doesn't need to go inside of, like, if somebody's got a wound that requires, we'll say, stitches, you put this on after the closure and everything. So this is not made to be internally ingested by the body. Oh, and it even says here, do not use in the eyes or over large areas of the body or on puncture wounds, animal bites, or serious burns. All right, so anyway. But there's instructions in there, but, you know, make sure you read them. It's just, that stuff's designed to kill surface contaminants, not the actual, like, stuff you would need antibiotics to kill inside a body. Did you want super bugs? Because that's how you get super bugs. Anyhow, people are always asking me to make, like, medical videos, and I don't want to do it for various reasons. So what else we have? Oh, this is cool. Emergency numbers. I don't know how often you're going to fill this out. If you're taking this on a camping trip, I guess you could fill this out for the local area you're in. Or if this is just going to be around the house, this is great to have. Cool. Especially if, like, you got kids who are going to, like, you're going to send to go get the first aid kit. Like, this would be great if I was going to say, like, Aiden, go get the first aid kit and find me the number for. I mean, this is actually a really good reference to have. Uh-oh. Let's see. First aid guide. Interesting. Huh. Oh. Same thing in Spanish, okay. Not bad at all. Blanket. So in this case, this would be for not so much exposure of the elements, but this would be for a victim in shock that we would just want to keep their body heat in, keep them healthy and stuff. Short-term use only. It's very, very thin. Cold pack. So we'd want to be careful with this, not to squeeze it too much to prematurely pop that cold pack. And some gauze. So not a bad small first aid kit. What I don't see in it that you might need is it has tape. That's great. A small roll of tape. It has nothing to handle any kind of splinting, any kind of stabilizing of, you know, triangle bandages, no trauma dressing, nothing if you have a dislocation, if you have a broken bone, if you, I mean, if you're traveling out and about and take a look at the picture, outdoor camping, hiking, somebody sprains, breaks, you know, an ankle, how are you going to, in any way, have the supplies to stabilize that, maybe, to get him out of that environment? So, how about some Coflex, some Curlex, ace bandage, or something to help secure an on-the-spot splint? Like I said, triangle bandages. Triangle bandages can be used for so much stuff. You can use it to make a sling if somebody injures a shoulder or an arm, or to hold your dressings on. I'm actually kind of shocked that it comes with Q-tips, but not a triangle bandage or two. No gauze rolls or anything. I mean, it's got the basics for scrapes, bumps, a little bit of exposure to some of the outside elements and you know, nature stuff, some basic cuts. But I feel like it's lacking a little bit. You know, to me, I mean, I'm just saying, something like this, I don't know if I've ever kind of gone on the lecture about the difference between a dressing and a bandages before. These are dressings. These go directly on a wound. They're sterile. You need something to keep them clean and secured, and tape is not them. That's not what it is. You need a gauze roll to go over this. You don't want anything getting to this. So unless you're going to wrap the whole damn thing in tape, which I don't recommend you do, you need that basic gauze roll to go around your dressing, keep it clean, keep it secured to the wound. And if you're in a position where you need a dressing like this, tape is not the solution. But, alright, so missing a few items, things you could easily pick up and throw in the first aid kit yourself. But should you have to do that? I don't know. So, you know, originally I was going through this stuff and I was thinking, not a bad first aid kit. It might get a good, you know, a good vote from me. But sort of right there at the end, I feel like it came off the rails a little bit in terms of just missing some basic stuff, especially for an outdoors camping, hiking kind of first aid kit. You absolutely want to include some stuff to stabilize sprains, strains, dislocations, and possibly a broken, you know, joint or bone out there. Now, I'm not saying, you know, we need fancy medical equipment, but give me a damn triangle bandage or a gauze roll or, you know, an ace bandage or something in there to help out with that. So this actually might have, and I know these all came in pouches and I'll probably rearrange them, where this might have gotten a like it from me and it was on the way to a like it. It's gonna go in meh. I'd rather have those basic medical supplies than like Tylenol and aspirin, which was great if you've got a headache. Tylenol and aspirin isn't gonna do jack rabbit to help you if somebody's got, you know, a twisted up ankle and can't walk the rest of the way out of the woods. So yeah, it's interesting. I wonder how they chose to include some stuff and not to. So this guy right here is gonna have to go in meh, just for lacking those basic stuff. What is in here I think is good, but lacking some very important basic stuff that I think they easily could have put in here. So bam. I know I spent a long time talking about it, but people are always asking me to go in more detail with medical stuff, since that is a lot of my military background and civilian background. So there we go. Nah, I mad you. All right, moving on to the Zippo Typhoon matches. And for $24.99, there's no excuse to not include that stuff, by the way. All right, Zippo Typhoon matches for $11.95. Now, I've looked into trying this out. I've wanted to try this out. I love Zippo. I think I've mentioned before I have a Zippo collection and everything. It's not very big, but every once in a while, if I'm bored at the shop and we've mixed up like a cool custom color and we have a little bit left, I'll buy just a plain Zippo at Walmart for like $9.99, and I will put that custom color on it and then maybe laser engrave something onto it just to add. Because it's a good way to use up extra custom, you know, paint colors and coatings and stuff. A little small for hydrographics, but I'm trying not to scratch up the thing, which is why I'm cutting so slowly and so carefully. Also trying not to break matches. This has been on my Amazon list for a little bit, just because I've wanted to try it out and I just never pulled the trigger on it. So, let's see what we got here. So, this is plastic. I thought maybe it was aluminum or something, lightweight, but let's see. Open this up. Got more stuff in here. What do we got in here? Are these more striker faces? I think they are, because here's instructions. In case you don't know how to put matches in, that's good. Then they go in, and then you take one out. Thank you. Thank you for this. And, awesome. And then here's your striker face. And then that's cool, though, that they give you extra striker faces that you can put on there. I guess self-adhesive. Now, we're going to have to try one of these things out. I mean, how could we not? And we're going to throw them on the floor. Just throw them there, because that makes them work better. There's some big-ass matches. Now, I'm sure we can get refills on these matches. So, alright, here we go. Awesome! Well, not only do you have a nice windproof match, but a good, humorous birthday candle. Okay. So that worked pretty well. I see now why they give you those extra strike faces. Definitely something that I would use. Those matches look pretty intense. Where's the packaging? They have waterproof, O-ring sealed, threaded caps. Trapdoor! If you get it, you get it. If not, you don't. Easy ignition, emergency ready, pocket size, wind resistant, water resistant. Reusable? I guess this. I don't think the matches are reusable. But, you know, they might want to let you know about that. I'm going to look up online how much replacement matches are. Because, I mean, I'm sure you can put whatever you want in there once that's gone. But, you know, how much to replace those. So, floats in water. Cool. I like this, though. This is going in like it. I like the fact that it's not a tiny little thing. Like, you know, you can get a really good grip on this. You've got some nice large matches to start your fire with. They're not just going to go out. Pretty cool. So this is going in like it. So like it. Can we see that? Yeah, like it. Meh. And we are going to move on. Next, we've got the Lord & Field Trail Notes leather notepad for $27.99. Lord & Field, again, another BattlBox owned company, or maybe not owned by BattlBox, but owned by the guys that own BattlBox. So, however, Lord & Field, I will say, makes some good stuff. I'm very happy with their products, and this smells good. So really nice. So the notebook is but the notebook cover is nice, and this is what we're paying for, not this. So this would go like so. And so I would want to get a slightly different size book, I think. That would fit better. It's a nice notebook. I cover anyway, and I guess you could put whatever you want in here. Now, you could technically, if you wanted something this big, this could be a wallet for you and a notebook. I mean, it's a real. I mean, the leather, the quality of the leather is pretty nice. It's something that I would feel fancy opening up and taking my little notes. But again, I would want a larger notebook, larger paper to write on, not this. And I might get a waterproof notebook to put in it. I don't know how this leather would do with water, but what's cool is that each one of these is an individual pocket too, with backing, and ooh, it feels nice there. Smooth leather. I mean, it's like solid leather all the way through. Each one of these individual compartment hold cards or whatever else you want to put in there. I like the quality on this. I really do. I'm gonna have to put this in like it. I just might use this actually. I'm not sure for what. This is a little too big for me to like switch to use for an actual wallet and stuff like that. But I like it. I think I could get some good use out of this in the shop. I mean, it looks pretty fancy. A customer comes in, you want to take some notes, business cards right there, and maybe some, cards of some, sister companies that do some stuff that we might not do, and just able to take it out, and that's pretty nice looking too. So this is gonna go in like it. That's definitely gonna go in the like it pile. All right, and now the last item in the basic box: Scout Organic Roasted Pumpkin Seeds for $2.39. And what the fuck this is doing in the box, I don't know. But here they are, 9 grams of protein. So $2.39. So you guys are gonna see a series of videos coming up where I am teaming up with a company called Primal Urge Foods, where they do a monthly jerky subscription, and one of their, like, a big jerky stick is half the price of this bag. Pumpkin seeds. Now, if you're not a meat eater, that's fine, but I'd rather get 2, like, and the jerky is awesome, by the way. There's discount codes in the video that you're going to see next week for Primal Urge. So I'll go look it up and sign up right now. Wait to see that video. But anyway, Tato, it's food. Yeah, it's food. So, yeah. I mean, honestly, here, Tato. What do you think? It's nothing special. Tato spit one out. I'm not paying almost $3 for a bag of pumpkin seeds. I'm not. They don't taste that special. They don't taste that good. They're not bad, but so you know what? This is going in don't like it. I was gonna put it in mad just because it doesn't taste bad, but I don't. This isn't what I don't want this in BattlBox. Are you kidding me? $2.39 bag of pumpkin seeds, like for one bag. What is no? What is that? No. I mean, if the taste knocked my socks off, it was like, whoa, what awesome pumpkin seeds. No. I have nothing else to say about that. You gotta be kidding me. Okay. So that's everything in the basic box, which MSRP-wise, they say has a value of $67.32. That, really? Pumpkin seeds? Waited 3 extra weeks for pumpkin seeds? Alright, let's move into the advanced box. So the advanced box is all of that, plus the BattleTech Bubby poncho liner. I've never called it a bubby. We've always called it a whoopee. Military, it's a whoopee, not a bubby. Poncho liner, blanket, sleeping bag for $39.99. Now, your poncho liner in the military is your multi-purpose, do everything exactly what they say. It's a quilted thing that does, it buttons into your poncho. So you can use it to make your poncho warm. You can use it to make a little shelter out of. You can just wrap yourself up in it. A lot of guys will just wrap themselves up in it and take a nap out in the field. And we call it a whoopee. I have never seen one with zipper on it, so this is new. But I think this one is purpose made for it. This does look like a poncho liner though, you know, like the poncho liner material. This is almost multicam, but way too green. It's like where it should have been like a brownish color, tan color. They made it green. But it does have the it has the weight of, look at that. They made it like, they wanted to make it like a military item, like how they have the green information tag, except it has none of the information that would be on a military tag, but they made it look like it. That's cute. But no, it has the same kind of feel as an actual whoopee, as an actual poncho liner. I could actually get behind this. I'm not sure the price, but this feels pretty nice actually. As a lightweight to a moderate kind of insulator, this feels pretty good. Gotta admit, yeah. I like it. Now I'm sitting in the sun right now, and I can already feel how it's like, it's heating up. This would be pretty good, like nice spring, like a fall. I don't know. It's probably not like a winter cold weather, but like a, you know, a cool spring into a fall. Like this is this would be pretty good. It's cool that it comes with a little stuff sack. Your standard poncho liners don't come with a stuff sack because they're designed to be worn inside your poncho or just rolled up somewhere. So yeah, the booby, which should be called a whoopee, this is actually going to get in the like a pile. This is pretty useful, pretty good. You can even, it's got just enough, like when you roll it in half, you can even put it down as like a pad for sleeping on. I mean, it won't be super comfortable, better than sleeping on the ground. So this is gonna go and like it. I like you. You're cool. And that's everything. That's the whole advanced. So when you add that in with its MSRP and its BattleTac, so you're not going to find it anywhere else. If you find BattleTac or Lord & Field on Amazon, remember, look at the seller. It's going to be BattleBox, sold by BattleBox. So you're not going to find it any cheaper. So let's move into the Pro. The Pro is going to add the Rascal Survive 55 takedown bow, first released for $79.99. This is the reason we didn't get our box for an extra 2 or 3 weeks. Because of this bow right here. Because they couldn't supply this bow on time. This better be made of fucking gold, solid gold, Fabergé eggs, and bald eagle penis. For, you know, how special it is and how long it took. So let's check it out. Now, there's something stitched there that they had to pull off. Did they stitch this closed by accident and had to pull something off of it? That's confidence inspiring. So, okay. What else? So, you got a strap that you can carry it with. Let's see what we got here. We got string. Feels like fiberglass. Now, Sam has shot competitive bows in the Air Force Wounded Warrior events, which is pretty cool. So she might be interested in this. This is not what I was expecting at all. So it's basically, it's just the pressure of the bowstring that holds this whole thing together. That's interesting. Very easy to get together. Very easy to put together. Feels very solid once it's together. A lot easier than the stupid crossbow that came in Alpha Outpost once upon a time. So if you actually are traveling with this and you need to put this together, you know, in an actual situation where you need it quickly, it's easy to do. And simple. You know, I was expecting something fancier, to tell you the truth, but let's face it, if it doesn't look very fancy but it works, that is fancy, right? I mean, that's better than fancy. It's operational. So who cares what it looks like as long as it actually gets the job done? And this got the job done quickly and easily and efficiently. So we've got arrows that screw together. I don't have a target to shoot this at right now. And so the arrows and the arrowheads all unscrew. And even if I did have a target, I have no concept of bow shooting. Like, to tell you the truth, I don't. Sam does. Total length of this thing is, standing end to end, is up to my shoulder. It doesn't look very big just on its side here, but it's a good sized bow, and it's got a really nice pull. It says in the documentation here it's rated at a 28-inch draw. The max draw is 30 inches. I showed it to Sam for a second, who's inside. She was actually kind of impressed with how it went together and everything, and how light it was. So there will be a follow-up video actually using this and sending a couple arrows down range. But to tell you the truth, I was kind of impressed with how easily it went together, how strong it all sits together, for not being secured at all. There's nothing securing these arms to this base at all, except the tension of the string, and they are on there rock solid. So if I was efficient with you know, using bows, which I'm not, yeah, and this is a good excuse to get better at it, but you know, that would be very easy. That would be very easy to throw in a pack or just carry separately in the pouch that it came with, which then becomes the quiver for your arrows, by the way. Use when you need it, pack up when you don't. So, you know, I'm not a bow and arrow shopper, but I think $80 would seem kind of fair for that. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's got to go in the like it pile. Just ease of operation, simplicity of design, low weight. Oh, I forgot a thing. So I've seen various videos with different people, I mean, more experienced people than me, obviously, using this in different ways. The truth is, again, I mean, so I've seen it used like so, to support the arrow like this, shooting. I've also seen it used kind of the opposite way, on the opposite side, as like a support shelf in a different kind of video. Not with this bow, but like with other bows and similar kind of attachments like this. What is the actual proper way? I don't know. I don't know if that depends on your particular bow shooting style or what helps you out the most. I guess you could also put it like this and use it this way too. You know, I definitely see how it could be useful in either method, but having that on there certainly does build in that clearance for the fletching and everything to clear that main body. So man, this is just screaming to go to the shop and get done up and stuff before we do that video where we test it out, isn't it? My favorite part of every BattlBox unboxing. We're going to look at the Pro Plus level, the Knife of the Month Club, so that's going to bring our total MSRP value to $307.29. The Bastion Gear Baron first release Sanmai Damascus Steel Carbon Fiber Scale Solid Brass Bolster for $119.99. So call me crazy, but Sanmai and Damascus are two different things. So I'm interested to see what this is. Sanmai is when you sandwich like a carbon steel, like a taco almost, is how they describe it sometimes. Carbon steel center around a weaker steel, we'll say, a less hard steel around it. and that becomes the cutting center of your blade. Damascus is a totally different thing. So I'm just curious how this is going to work out when they say Sanmai Damascus. What does that mean? We'll see. Bastion brought us one of the best knives of the month, the Braza, which I loved. And I really like it. I mean, I'm liking this already before it's even out of the box. This is already gorgeous. So we have our carbon fiber steel liners. Looks like a G10 backspacer. I'm not sure if this is steel frame. It's got some weight. I think it's probably a steel frame. Wow, that is pretty gorgeous right there. Really nicely done work with the carbon fiber there, bringing out different textures. Nice pivot. That is a beautiful Damascus blade. I'm not sure what they're talking about with Sanmai exactly. So again, unless they're just saying that there's a high carbon piece sandwiched between the Damascus, and you can see that line there, if that's what they're talking about. I don't know exactly, because again, Sanmai construction of a blade and Damascus, two totally separate things. And it's entirely possible that they took a high carbon piece, put it between two slabs of Damascus that they made, and that's Sanmai Damascus. I don't know. There's some scratches on my blade, but that's okay. That's really, really nice Damascus. I mean, that's really pretty looking. Now, we had talked in a previous video, I don't know if it's up yet, if we have posted it yet or not, about production Damascus versus handmade Damascus, and real versus, fake, and talking about Wootz Damascus. Wootz steel being the original, the real Damascus that no one can recreate, but actual handmade Damascus being real Damascus. So I'm willing to think that if this is on production knives, this is that production quality Damascus we talked about. Where it's still real Damascus. It's actual Damascus steel by the definition of Damascus, where it is two dissimilar steels layered, forge welded, folded, and so on. So by the definition of Damascus, it is real Damascus. It is just not handmade Damascus. Or maybe they purchased billets of handmade Damascus steel. I don't know, but that's a beautiful pattern if you see it the way it's shining there. Great weight. Love this jimping. Very smooth. Can't get a real good grip for doing a nice kind of thumb flip opening, unfortunately. But I guess that's not what it's for. It is a beautiful knife, though. Man, that brass, there's still oil on it, so it's going to pick up lots of fingerprints right now. You got to get this all wiped down and keep it nice and clean. Nice coating there on the steel side. That is just gorgeous. This is a knife of the month. Holy cow. Let me get some paper. Well, that's not making me happy. Sometimes it's perfect, sometimes it's not. Oh, nope. That's disappointing. That is very disappointing. But let's try the slice. Yeah, slice is good with a very nice clean cut. A little bit of effort required for that. I think this edge should be finished off a little bit finer, and I probably do that. But I'm probably going to more keep this as a collection piece than a carry piece. It's still a gorgeous knife. A little bit of sharp edge there too. It'd be nice if it was more one-handed accessible. And I guess you could do it. A little awkward, but... Now, Damascus, you would see that, I don't know, San Mai, like I said, taco. You're not supposed to see that carbon steel part on the top. But it's Damascus, so I don't know. I don't know where they're going with the San Mai Damascus thing, but it's a beautiful knife, is the point. It is a beautiful knife. Very nicely done. It is really, really sweet. So this definitely has to go, and I like it, for sure. So let's do a little wrap up here. We had a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items in this box. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items in a like it pile, which is pretty good. And the items that weren't in the like it pile were pretty good items. We had this little first aid kit in meh, and we had the pumpkin seeds in don't like it, which Sam actually ended up eating. She liked the pumpkin seeds. So, like I said, the pumpkin seeds weren't bad. They're just like way overpriced for packaged pumpkin seeds. And how is that an item in BattlBox? I don't know. Give me a legit food item for that price, you know? But I'm really happy with the knife of the month. And blade needs a little bit of work. The edge needs a little bit of work, but whatever. This bow, way better than that stupid crossbow that came in Alpha Outpost that time. Great plans for this notebook. Really nice matches and setup from Zippo. And the Booby Wooby has some really good potential for use. So, overall, you know, not bad. This first aid kit with some improvement. You can't even see it, I just realized. There we go. This first aid kit with a little bit of improvement could be a really good kit. Like, it's just, I feel like it's missing some key items to really be beneficial for your outdoors type use. You know? But I think that if you put in those missing items to treat some of the things that would really be a game changer in an outdoor scenario, you got a good thing going, especially for the price tag associated with it. So that's my rack and stack. I mean, you guys, obviously your opinions can vary, and I'd love to hear your opinions. What do you guys think? And how do you think BattlBox is doing in the new year with their themeless boxes? I'm not thrilled. I'm not disappointed, but I'm not thrilled either. You know, BattlBox used to be a box that I'd be thrilled with. And, especially after the big wait for this box. And not even a, hey guys, we're sorry, here's a discount on this, or hey, we're gonna expedite the shipping for free, we're gonna do something, like nothing. Just like, hey, your box is late, because we didn't plan our logistics right. But screw you guys, wait for it. You know? Sucks. Hopefully, though, maybe April will give us something huge. So, now that I've said all of that negative Nancy stuff, if you do want BattlBox, and you do like BattlBox, and again, I always say this, I'm not trying to sell BattlBox to anybody. If you were already thinking about I am not saying you should get BattlBox, or you shouldn't get BattlBox, but if it's something that you were thinking about trying out anyway, there is a referral code in the video description. If you sign up using that code, you'll save yourself $10. So, but yeah, I'd really like to see what everybody's opinion is. Do you think this bow was worth the wait? Do you think this whole box was worth the wait? I'm gonna have to do some really rapid fire editing because I want this to be my Friday video. Because I need this to be online before the end of March. Anyway, guys, you are all absolutely awesome. I appreciate every single one of you. And I'll be back again real soon.